The phrase, "Don't force the feminine to make decisions," from David Deida's The Way of the Superior Man refers to understanding and honoring the natural tendencies of feminine energy, particularly in the context of relationships. In the book, Deida discusses the balance between masculine and feminine energies, emphasizing that the feminine often thrives in flow, intuition, and emotional expression, rather than rigid decision-making. A man abandons responsibility by expecting that his woman will always make her own decisions and then be accountable for the results. This expectation is a withholding of his masculine gift. It puts a woman in the position of magnifying her own masculine. It is good for some women to learn to animate their masculine capacity to make a decision and stick with it. But if a man abnegates his responsibility to provide his woman with the gift of masculine clarity and decisiveness, then she will become chronically sharp, angular, and distrustful of his love. She will cease surrendering in love with him, cease trusting his masculine capacity, and, instead, become her own man. A man abandons responsibility by expecting that his woman will always make her own decisions and then be accountable for the results. This expectation is a withholding of his masculine gift. It puts a woman in the position of magnifying her own masculine. It is good for some women to learn to animate their masculine capacity to make a decision and stick with it. But if a man abnegates his responsibility to provide his woman with the gift of masculine clarity and decisiveness, then she will become chronically sharp, angular, and distrustful of his love. She will cease surrendering in love with him, cease trusting his masculine capacity, and, instead, become her own man. Here's a breakdown with practical, real-life examples to clarify this concept. Example 1. Choosing where to eat. Imagine you are with your partner, who expresses a lot of feminine energy, and you are deciding where to eat. If you ask, "Where do you want to eat?" they might say, "I don't know, you decide." Pushing them to make the decision might frustrate them because, in that moment, they may prefer to feel led rather than figure out logistics. What to do instead? Take the lead. Say, "Let's try that Italian place you love, or we can grab sushi if you are in the mood. What do you think?" This approach allows them to respond intuitively rather than bear the weight of the decision-making process. Example 2. Planning a date night. If you ask your feminine partner, "What should we do this weekend?" they might feel overwhelmed by the pressure to plan. Feminine energy often enjoys spontaneity, being surprised, or having options that evoke emotion or joy. What to do instead? Plan something and present it confidently. For example, "I was thinking we could go for a hike in the morning and then check out that new coffee shop. How does that sound?" This gives them space to relax and enjoy the experience. Example 3. Solving a problem. If your partner is venting about a frustrating situation at work or with a friend, you might ask, "What do you want to do about it?" This question can feel like an imposition because the feminine energy often seeks to process emotions and be heard, rather than immediately solve the problem. What to do instead? Listen empathetically and validate their feelings. Say, "That sounds really tough. I can see why you are upset. Do you want to talk more about it, or would you like some advice?" This allows them to feel supported rather than pressured. Example 4. Decorating a home. You might ask your feminine partner, "How do you want to decorate the living room?" While they might have preferences, they could feel overwhelmed by having to decide on specifics like furniture, colors, or layouts. What to do instead? Offer ideas to inspire them. For instance, I was thinking a cozy vibe with warm lighting and a big sofa. Maybe we could look at some rugs together? This approach sparks creativity and collaboration without making them feel solely responsible. The bigger picture. The phrase doesn't imply that the feminine can't make decisions, rather, it acknowledges that feminine energy tends to operate in a space of emotion, intuition, and connection. When you remove the pressure of decision-making, it allows the feminine to relax into its natural state of flow and expression, which deepens trust and connection in relationships.